For some reason my video capturing software does not show the mini toolbar, but the same thing that we just did we could do by going to the Home tab and going to the font and picking the third color in here, and also by going to the size of the font and picking 28 in here. The next thing that we need to do is to select the words call 555-1029. So I'm going to click right before the letter C. I can hold the shift key down and then click after the 9. That's one way. I could also click and drag. So I'm going to deselect by clicking anywhere. Then I'm going to click at the letter right before the letter C. And when I click, I hold the button down on the mouse and then just move the mouse over the selected text. Now make the text underlined. So I'm going to point and click at the letter U in the font group of the Home tab. Notice that now it's underlined. Now if I click it again, it turns off. Now another way to underline is to do Control U from the keyboard. So I'm going to do Control, hold down the Control key, and then tap the letter U, and now it's underlined. If you want to turn it off, Control U again. This is called a toggle switch, so I'm going to leave it underlined. Once again, I'm going to select the whole row, the whole line for the closing line. So I point to the outside in the margins area. I click. This time I would like to make this text bold. Again, I could select bold by clicking the B in the font group, but notice that it says when I point there that I can also do Control B. So I'm going to do it from the keyboard. I'm going to hold the Control key down and then tap B, and now the text is bold. If you have text that is already bold, you select it, and if you want to deselect it, you just press Control B again. So once again, this is a toggle switch. Office 2007 and Office 2010 added a new set of features that are meant to enhance the way a document looks. Now, one of these many features that they added is called theme colors. Now what they decided was that there's a group of colors that usually work together well. So if you're putting up a flyer, you want to make sure that the colors that you use for the different components within your flyer actually work together well. So that's what we're going to do right now. From the Home tab towards the right, there's an entry called Styles, a group called Styles, and then on the right of it, it says Change Styles. I would like you to click Change Styles, and then I would like you to pick Colors, and then from this built-in list, I would like you to find Aspect and click on it. Now let me change the zoom right here back to 100% so that we get to see what changes actually just happened. Now notice that the color of this background in here changed, and also the color of the word Bailey, and also the color of the last line in here. Now if you want to play around with it, you can look at colors and notice that depending on what it is that you choose, the color actually changes on your report. Okay, so we're going to stay with Aspect. The next thing that we're going to do in this flyer is to add a picture to our report, okay, to our flyer. So I'm going to point and click in the line after the title. So that's my insertion point. And at this point I would then like to insert a picture. Go to Insert, the tab in the ribbon called Insert, then click Picture, and now you need to find where in your computer you have your pictures. Now I have my pictures in the flash drive, so I'm going to go to my flash drive. Okay, so I'm going to pick Dog Picture 1 and then Insert. The picture then shows up on the document. Notice that when I have my picture selected, and I know that it is selected because I see this little circle and square around the picture, I have an extra toolbar in my ribbon. This is called a contextual toolbar. Why? Because it appears in the context of the object that I'm working with. If I were to click where it says Found Dog, I no longer see that contextual toolbar. But if I click the picture, it comes back. All the features in this contextual toolbar have to do with the picture. Okay, so I see that I have a group called Adjust, where I can do corrections to the color and effects and so on of the picture. I can have different styles, which means like borders or things around the picture itself. Okay, I can add changes to the frames and so on. So these are all different features associated with the picture.